first responders, and the military for all the dedication and their service. From the left, we got your New Jersey Coast Guard coming through for us with what they call the pretty helicopter. The MH-65 Dolphin helicopter for us today. Now today's demonstration will involve a Coast Guard MH-65 Dolphin short-range search and rescue helicopter and its crew of 4. Within a 30-minute time launch frame, this crew can respond to rescue cases up to 150 miles offshore, day or night, in all weather conditions. Fully loaded, weighing over 9,000 pounds, this aircraft and crew can travel close to 200 miles per hour, responding to both vessels and persons in distress. The state-of-the-art avionics and flight control systems allow the pilots and crew to spend the majority of their time with their eyes outside the cockpit searching, while the aircraft's computer flies an assigned search pattern. To aid the crews in approaching the water in pitch-black conditions with no visible horizon, as is so often called upon to do, the aircraft can even fly itself down to a safe 50-foot hover with the touch of just a few buttons. Now these particular aircraft crew are from your New Jersey Coast Guard station. Now these Dolphin short-range helicopters, again the pretty helicopters, coasties like to call them, manufactured by Airshow. It's about a 30 or 40-foot diameter rotor on top, 39-foot 2 inches. I'm going to get exactly that. And it's 44 feet long. They can cruise 120 knots. Maximum durability of 3.5 hours. Fuel capacity of 1,900 gallons of fuel to carry on board the aircraft. There's about 80 of these Dolphins in the Coast Guard service, not just New Jersey, the Coast Guard itself. They can sling 2,000 pounds capacity underneath the helicopter, and the rescue hoist on the side can carry up to 600 pounds hoist, which they're going to demonstrate for us this afternoon. You see they've gone into the hover mode with the helicopter. Although normally stationed ashore, the MH-65 can land or take off from Coast Guard cutters, has been deployed to military operations overseas. With more than 200 Dolphins in service, Coast Guard provides search and rescue coverage throughout the continental United States, Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Hawaii, and Alaska. They're down below the dunes for me, but should have a swimmer in the door getting ready to jump in the water for us today. The rescue swimmer is now out the door ready to be lowered into the water wherever swimmers are needed. Now, although called a swimmer, that rescue swimmer is trained to deploy to cliffs, wooded terrain, and ice in many other situations. The rescue swimmers are highly trained and remain in the best physical conditions to remain ready for the most extreme of conditions. In addition to that, the swimmers are trained to provide emergency medical care once the survivors on board the aircraft are headed to a safety of a hospital. Coast Guard law enforcement activities generally fall into the broad categories of drug interdiction, illegal migration interdiction, and fisheries enforcement. In 1 year alone, the Coast Guard interdicted and assisted over 9,080 migrants, confiscated more than 15 tons of marijuana, they confiscated over 13 tons of cocaine, conducted 40 drug seizure cases, and conducted 13,000 fisheries of law enforcement boardings. Now, search and rescue is one of the Coast Guard's oldest missions. Minimizing the loss of life, injury, and property damage by rendering aid to persons in distress and property and marine environment has always been a Coast Guard priority. In that same 1 year, the results of Coast Guard SAR efforts, 4,750 lives were saved. That equates to 13 lives saved every day of the year. 90,000 persons were assisted on average. Nearly every 6 minutes, a person in distress was aided. Nearly $2.3 billion of property was saved and more than $3.5 million of property was protected. When a distress call comes into one of the many Coast Guard command centers nationwide, there are numerous options available to the SAR mission coordinator. He or she will quickly analyze the situation and may choose to launch one or more of the many ships, boats, or aircraft in the command center area. The objective is to have the appropriate Coast Guard asset on scene as fast as possible. A typical SAR scenario involves launching a Dolphin helicopter from a nearby Coast Guard air station or diverting one of many other missions in the area to locate and assist the vessels or persons in distress. When the rescue swimmer calls for a pickup, he usually lights off a flare. We can't see him over here, but should be going on right now. Now, the pilot of command calls and sees we're ready for the pickup. He will let the hoist operator ready to recover the swimmer. Now, while hoisting, the pilot of command is unable to see the swimmer below the aircraft. It relies upon the commands from the hoist operator to position the helicopter over the swimmer and survivor for the recovery. The flight mechanic and the pilot must use well-coordinated teamwork to position this 9,000-pound helicopter over target about 5 feet from below the helicopter itself. These are the kind of helicopters you really don't want to have to take a ride on. I mean, something happened to you, they have to come out and rescue you. But they're fun to watch fly here at the Airshow Force this afternoon. Your Atlantic City, New Jersey helicopter, Coast Guard station right here for you this afternoon. Now, if you look pretty close, it might have the door slid back. There'll be waving inside. So again, pull your hat off your head, your hanky hat pocket, pick the towel up, give them away as they fly into these for us. Thank them for putting on the demonstration for us here at Atlantic City 2021. And the Coast Guard motto is, you have to go out, but you don't have to come in.